You know what, guys? We have to go back to the Brazilian market. Remember back in the day when we used to discover them from Brazil, or when they arrive for the first time in Europe, we jump to the opportunity and get them before they get big. I think we should go back then. And probably not only Brazilians, but also other South Americans, because they are ballers over there. Manchester City are doing a great job by getting all the ballers when they are young and make them big. Anyways, people, so we're gonna discuss about Gleison, Bremer. That is the name, right? Chelsea apparently been monitoring him, been scouting and all that. But listen, man, when I hear about scouting at Chelsea Football Club, I'm not that confident. But it looks like he's gonna be the guy to replace Tony Rudiger. He's from Serie A, but also Rudiger came from Serie A. When he was there at Roma, Rudiger was just a good player, not more than that. Came to Chelsea, had some hard time for a couple seasons and only exploded in the last 18 months under Thomas Tuchel. So we can get this guy here, Bremer, for cheap and then make him another Rudiger. Why not? Nobody is gonna be Rudiger, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to make a point here that we can cope without Rudiger by getting somebody low profile from somewhere and make him big, because Thomas Tuchel can do that. He showed us, especially in the defense. Attackers is questionable because nobody really improved under Thomas Tuchel in the attack, but he's a very good manager when it comes to defenders. Apparently Torino are asking for 35 to 40 million, but I tell you what, when Chelsea come calling, the price is gonna be up because we are Chelsea Football Club. But I still believe that we can still get him about that range. If it's more than that, I'm not gonna pay more than 35-40 million for this brother. But I am going to keep an open mind when it comes to what Thomas Tuchel want. If he thinks that this brother is going to help Chelsea Football Club, why not? And he's 25 years old. He's not a kid anymore. I know we have Levi, we have Ampadu, we have a lot of youngsters that can help, but we also need some experienced, big, almost in their prime, so it doesn't take years, It's gonna take us a few years really for the transition, but you don't want to deal with all bunch of kids. Can you imagine this guy here, right? Bremer playing with Thiago Silva, the guy that he been watching on TV and admiring in the Brazilian national team. I'm not going to be surprised if he comes to Chelsea Football Club and get a call from the national team, because he's going to have more exposure from Chelsea than from Torino. I know many Chelsea online fans are not happy about these links because we got linked with some unknown people from Germany, and now it's Italy. People would like to see, Delete or Koulibaly or big names, but I am prepared, mentally to wait. Give Thomas Tuchel at least a couple seasons to settle, make his own team. And whoever he's gonna choose, I'm gonna trust the process. And I tell you what, it's gonna be zero deadwood policy. We're not gonna have deadwood in the team anymore. Not just because somebody doesn't have a big name, it doesn't make him a bad player, We are going to prove people, just like Liverpool. You get somebody cheap from somewhere and they explode in the team. So get ready and be prepared mentally, because it's not going to be an easy process for many Chelsea young generation, if that makes sense, because all we know is big names, okay? Spend a lot of money and win trophies now, not tomorrow. We don't have any process. We just want to win now, and then we sack everybody and restart the project again. You know what I mean? So this time, Todd Boehly coming with an army of data people, intelligent people, computer people to figure out exactly what we need. Get him from even a lower division and prove people wrong. So
you have to get the team behind the ideas that you're pursuing. And I think when you sit down, like for example in the Dodgers with baseball, we're spending a lot of time talking about the team as a portfolio. And if you look at what our team's been able to do, Andrew's been able to go out and acquire players who can play left field, right field, center field, second base, catcher, so they can move around. And that moving around allows us to put a team together that has a higher probability of winning when we go out onto the field than if we just played kind of the regular way. I think last year we had more iterations of lineups than in the history of baseball. And a lot of that was driven by a lot of Monte Carlo simulation around what does our portfolio need to look like against this pitcher and against this team. We're trying to get to the point where they don't even want to play and we just win before we even have to play. So, especially with the Giants. But I think so getting the team around it, and then you obviously have to get the scouts to start to believe, and you have to get everyone to start to use data. I mean, if you go down to